Hello and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick, and today I am very proud to show you a game called MagicMaker that I just discovered. This is an alpha, and it's by a studio called Tasty Studios, spelled S-T-E-W-D-I-O-S. Very cute, guys, right? This one looks really neat to me. It's a procedurally generated dungeon crawler platformer with a huge variety of like customizable magic. And it reminded me of a combination of like Terraria and a little bit of this game that I used to play for Sega Genesis back in the day called, I think it was called Jewel Master. Like an action brawler, and you got to like choose these different rings that your dude could wear, and then you could combine the different effects. And apparently collect like a ton of different magic abilities, and then you can customize them together and mix them in different ways. And I actually quite love this menu. This main menu is really quite exciting. Being able to scroll through all of these things and just see them light up. Presentation so far, very impressed by. And especially for alpha, I mean, to even have this many effects already running. So very briefly, let's look at credits. There we go. Options menu. Audio, typical stuff. Video, typical stuff. Controls. Kind of overly colorful for a control menu in my opinion, but that's just me. I would probably, you know, break this up in a way that makes it a little more readable. Whatever, it's not a huge deal. So this is my very first time trying this. Let's jump in and see what we get. So, yeah, I'm controlling this cursor that you can see, which makes a really cool effect behind it, actually. A very responsive, very quick effect, too. This is running at a blazing 60 frames per second. I know that's not a big deal anymore, but even when recording in Fraps, so that means it's like extra special smooth. What did I say? Press and hold spacebar, I think, to jump extra high. So the art style is pretty basic, but I'm not going to say anything about that since it's alpha. I'm getting like a little bit of that MS Paint meets Flash type stuff, but I don't really mind. So we got a magic wand. I'm glad to have that. I know there's an inventory. So we're met with a dialog box here that says, materials are items with strange magical properties that can be used to fashion wands, spells, and robes. Select the rock so you can add it to your wand. Okay, what? What rock? This rock? Materials have 5 different grades to determine their strength and rarity. Maybe this stuff isn't implemented yet. So this is, I mean, it is like a brand new offering, so I can't really be worried about that too much. I do hope we get into a little bit of customization and stuff though. So we actually have a little cooldown thing over here, 10 damage on our wand. This is on green light. I got a grade F rock. That sounds pretty crappy. What's this guy doing? Let's talk to him. I'm the wand maker. I can add special effects or just effects to your wand. What are wands? Oh, I kind of know though. Wands allow you to combine materials, create minor magic spell, very useful for, okay, sounds good. Also reminds me a little bit of a Valley Without Wind and like Scribble Knots in a weird way. I guess it's kind of whimsical. So what can you actually do with my wand? Can you really help me out here, bro? Crafting menu say create all manner of wand spells and robes. Begin, select one of the buttons with plus, alright. There's a rock. Passes through walls for 0.17 seconds. So I'm getting like a little bit of a Borderlands Diablo vibe. I'm not sure quite how versatile the drops and loot and stuff are, but I mean, so far it looks like there's a bunch of potential, even just judging from the main menu, how there's like a bajillion of those different panels on there. Describes all the effects that you're creating. Also, you can name your wand. Okay. Hit OK to save the wand, or cancel to undo your changes. Looks okay to me. So, exit. Done. So if I go to my thingy over here, how do I look at my wands that I have so far? It's down here. Sort by name, sort by crafting element, sort by number owned. Alright, so there it goes. So it passes through walls for 17 seconds, or 0.17 seconds. And now it's got a different animation and stuff, which seems neat. So let's shoot that target. I assume that's what we're supposed to do. And proceed to the right. Spelling, press the right mouse button to cast a spell using mana. Alright, so we've got both running at the same time. We've got left click is one attack, right click's another attack. I know I'm supposed to use that, right? What's in this one? And then grade F fire crystal. And what's this? You're a librarian, you can help me cast new spells. What are spells? I have no idea. I'm retarded. I've never done anything before. Spells, like wands, are constructed by combining materials. However, spells are much more powerful. I didn't mean to throw that out there. I'm not making fun of retarded people. At the cost of mana, mana regenerates slowly over time. Okay. What are benign spells? They're very weak. Only 1/10 of the power of a normal spell, but they're also very cheap to mana. Benign spell is kind of like having another wand at your disposal. Damage and orange-colored numbers are affected. Alright, I think I know what enchantments are. Can I use this glowy over here? No, apparently not. Do I have to, like, shoot all of these? Oh, I probably need to use the thing that it just told me about, right? Alright, edit spells. So I guess there's a little bit of a setup time here, which is fine. So let's use our fire crystal, obviously. And there we go. Select. So now we've got a fire spell, it looks like. Lights targets on fire for 15 damage over 5 seconds. Fire spreads to nearby targets, which is perfect, since we need this sort of area of effect attack for these targets. There we go. Alright, press S to crouch. It's kind of funny. Alright, so I should be able to duck under these projectiles pretty easily. And then... oh, I can't break that guy down into nothing? No. So now we've got some UI stuff going on. That bar is not the most attractive thing in the world, but that's okay. Again, alpha. Maybe one day I'll stop having to say that in all my videos. But I worry because it seems like most people don't really think very much when I look at alpha games, and they just sort of assume that everything is going to be perfect and done. So I feel like I got to keep beating it into everybody's head just so they don't start passing unfair judgments on things. Alright, so same process for all three things: wands, spells, and robes. Did I get... yeah, lightning rod? I can put that in a robe? Apparently I can. So all the stuff you get can go in all the things, I guess. Perfect. Alright, I'm outsies. Let's go to... here. Do I have to... oh, I guess I don't. Robes are already equipped. So I don't want to keep these... oh, okay, so it shrinks through my shield there. I don't want these F rank horrible items. So we're going to have to get some better stuff. We've got a map, which just showed up in our top left corner there. It looks like a lovely hand-drawn map. That's okay. Let's pop in there and see where we go. Durwall Community College. Portal appears returned to the academy. Go. Lots of lovely glyphs everywhere. You see where I'm coming from with the Terraria thing? It's pretty much, like, right on. And actually, I quite like Terraria's art style, even though I thought it could also be improved in a few ways. But I don't know if this is, like, what level of finish the art style is. Maybe they still have a ways to go. Maybe these are mostly placeholder items. But, you know, it could be worse if this is their final goal. So it looks like a lot of people we would need to talk to there. You know how I feel about that. So there's a little bit of RPGing to do. Oh, we've seen this guy somewhere before. Future Warlock. Alright. Let's go... oh, there's a treasure chest up there. Can I reach it, though? Probably not. No. So it may end up having a little bit of, like, Metroidvania qualities just by virtue of looking around for different spells to then end up taking you different places. Oh, I didn't realize I could even walk. I thought that was a solid wall. Is that Zelda up there? What's she doing? Alright, I have to say this foreground-background situation needs a little bit more differentiation. I get where you're going with it, but like the places you should walk, they should be darker colored, because this totally looks like a solid wall. And even stranger that the area directly adjacent to it, where I'm trying to jump into, is actually a solid wall. So, yeah, and the area under me is solid, and they're all the same color. And then we've got these roots here, which are made up of the same wood tile, but they're solid. So there's like some, I guess that's Link or something, like old and fuzzy-faced. Tipsy don't have nothing for you. Nothing but advice. I don't want to give you anything, Tipsy. You're just going to drink it all away. Let's go over here. And let's head back down into that portal, because it seemed like some action might be there. I have seen a little bit of, like, a few screenshots from this, and I saw what looked like a pretty big, crazy boss, so I would love to fight something. The Vault of Silence, that sounds like a wonderful place to go. Let's go there. Ah, there's treasure everywhere. This is my kind of place. Except it's all locked. Crap. Alright, so I guess we can't go there yet. We're gonna have to do a little bit of searching. I just discovered materials? What? I don't think I really had. Alright, I guess it's trying to like sum up my progress through a level that I didn't actually complete. Is that Snape? What do you want? Nothing. That's clearly Harry. Terry Porter. Yeah, I think I'm at the wrong school too. Can you get me to a dungeon maybe? Buy and sell? Oh, we can sell stuff. That's cool. What do we have here? Explosive powder, ice, ectoplasm, soul contract, and cosmetic. Interesting. Pick cosmetic items. I don't have any, so that's not going to help me out. Yeah, fashion's pretty great. Alright, let's not deal with that then. Alright, who's got the quest? That's what I need to know. Not him. Who looked like the most important wizard in the land? Which one of you is Dumbledore? Ah, that guy up there is Dumbledore, I know that. Perform alchemy, there's alchemy, that's cool. So we're going to be harvesting a bunch of meaningless bits and pieces out of, like, roots and vines and whatever we find. Alright. Yes, you have a job for me, that's what I've heard. Let's go to the forest and rescue some wizards. In general, wizards are replaceable? Alright, go to the forest, see if you if there's something particularly menacing going on. It'll be my first assignment. I'm up for it, man. Let's go. Kill it with fire? Yeah, that's probably what I was going to do, to be honest. So, I see that on the map. We've now got this little marker over here, so we're going to head all the way left. The map is actually more useful than I expected it to be. The hand-drawn nature of it doesn't really make it hard to understand. I mean, it's just black and white, so I can see where I need to go. So it looks like we don't have so much a branching world as one that is separated by portals. Loading, apparently we're doing that. Oh, look at that. It's filling up with all those jewels. Charms, or whatever you want to call them. Alright, Elderwind Park. Now I feel like I'm playing Maple Story a little bit. Clearly these flowers are going to have to die. I hope they drop cool stuff. Alright, everybody's on fire. That's how we like it to be. What's up there? Alright. Man, I would love to get into the later parts of this to show it off for the video. I would actually consider doing a Let's Play of this. If it turns out to be a game that proceeds further on in development and does well. That's, I guess, where you guys are going to have to come in. I'm pretty sure that you're going to find this at least moderately interesting. I just got a grade F Rainbow Prism, which I can't tell you how excited I am about. Like, I just can't. I just won't. I got a grade F Magic Boomerang. Oh, there's a fairy there. Link! And what's this guy? An orc or something? Goblin, right? Where's the Whomping Willow? I'm gonna whomp it back for once. Those kids did everything they could to destroy that tree, and it just punched them all back. Alright, looks like we're getting fairly regular drops here, so I don't think we'll have too much trouble with that. Eventually we're going to start synthesizing stuff and looking for ways to combine it into new spells. The customization options are really what I'm here for. And the fact that you can make your own magic out of different, you know, chunks and catalyst bits, that seems really cool to me. So I hope that there are as many options as they made it out to sound like there were. It's nice that there's not a ton of resource management either. I was a little worried that I was going to spend a while like managing all these different items to keep my MP full or whatever. So far, so good. I just got a ton of bricks. I'm just kind of harvesting stuff here to see what we get, and then maybe we'll use some of those components to make something that's much cooler sounding. A Rainbow Prism and a ton of bricks sounds pretty interesting to combine. I'm not sure how that would work. Oh, and the map is actually expanding as I explore these new areas, which is nice to know. Oh, we got a bunch of things over here. We got grade F ice ×2. Pretty crappy sounding ice, but it'll have to do for the moment. And since this is alpha, I'm not sure how much... Wow, that's a large gem. I'm not sure how much of the game is available for us to explore. But I will let you know that you can go play this yourself. Oh crap, I just got into trouble. The seed core. Oh, I feel like I'm playing Super Metroid all over again. Alright, spore spawn. Do your worst. I know to duck, and then I'll be fine. Yeah, you think you're so tough. Yeah, I mean, this is playing out almost exactly like a Terraria boss, which is fine. I actually quite like Terraria's structure as far as that, so no complaints. And it seemed like they did a pretty good job of tutorializing. I was just doing my best to ignore as much as possible, because that's just what I always do. Alright, so we killed the nasty seed monster. There's now a portal there, which we could use to, I guess, get back to our original area. Not sure I want to do that yet. I kind of want to keep looking around for stuff. Killing fairies and whatnot. That boss seemed adequately grandiose. I'm not going to say it was like crazy hard or anything, because obviously it wasn't, but it's also the first boss. So, and you know, as you're getting your footing, you really shouldn't have to fight anything too crazy hard. Not sure there's any kind of leveling system. That's, I guess, something to talk about. It seems like this would be very much conducive to leveling. But the same way Terraria kind of got around that by offering randomly spawning heart pieces, I guess this could do something similar. And for all that matter, I mean, really, I don't know what these jewels at the bottom of the screen are. Maybe that's similar. Or maybe there's something else entirely. I don't know. So there's cosmetic items, there's wands, there's robes, there's magic pieces, there's whatever these jewels are. Probably some kind of currency, since we could sell stuff. I mean, it seems like most of the typical RPG tropes, minus the experience system. But I'm gonna guess that there's some way to get more HP. I mean, it just seems natural that that would work that way. And especially since you're going to be upgrading all kinds of different spells and stuff, you're going to want to have the ability to cast more or more powerful ones. So I'm sure the XP, or the MP rather, is going to go up at least, at the very least. So to the left we just saw a blue jewel. What's this thing do? Oh, okay. That's the other one of the set there. So we've got 2 more to find. I guess we'll just keep walking around until we get all 4 of those. You know, the art style is also reminding me just a little bit of the original art style to Cloudberry Kingdom, which I know was a little controversial. Like, the developer, I think, changed up most of the art style to that game already. And I think it should actually be coming out for retail release soon. You know, I meant to Let's Play that, and I actually really wanted to, and then I ended up having some issues recording it, and also it was just impossible to play for quite a while. So there was some sort of a Steam glitch with it. But yeah, you're not here to listen to me talk about Cloudberry Kingdom, but just know that I did like that game a lot. And the art style didn't bother me one bit. So, yeah, I don't mind simpler looking art styles when they, you know, when they work with the gameplay, they're fine. As long as they're, you know, sometimes some games rely just strictly on the art style to get the game by. This one seems like the emphasis is clearly on the gameplay, and the art style is gonna definitely end up showing up eventually, or if this is it, this is fine too. What did we get? Ton of bricks again. We got 2 of those, and another grade F rock. Oh, and my health is back to full again. I must have picked up something good. Alright, so we can see the orange jewel is on our map on the far right corner. I didn't even see that fairy coming at me. Let's head over there. I know you guys are probably frustrated. You're like, well, you talked about all the spells and customizing, and then all you're doing is running around on the map. I know, I hear you. I was enjoying sort of just exploring and seeing what there is to see. I actually like the system when you shoot these guys. They actually seem to break apart in a cool way. And the systems of like spreading elementals, spreading fire, and the fact that there's a lightning shield is pretty cool. I mean, obviously, if you can have a lightning shield, there's got to be a fire shield and an ice shield, and, I don't know, maybe a wind shield or an earth shield or what. You know, there's always 4 elements, but they always seem to vary a little bit on what they are. Sometimes there's 5 elements. I like the Magic the Gathering elements. They seem to work pretty nicely. Although they're more colors than elements, but they correspond, you know. I'm sure you all play it. Oh, look at that little face off in that tree there. So I think I've pretty much explored most of this map. And again, if you guys forgot, this is a procedurally generated map. So this is going to look different every time, which only will make this search for all the different loot items and such even more exciting, because it's not like it's going to get tedious. Well, that is as long as there is enough diversity in the art style and the different sprites and tiles for this to look interesting. It's an odd structure. I mean, if you look at this, there's like ground all surrounding everything and trees growing in the ground. But I guess they gotta have some boundaries somewhere, right? What's this? Explosive powder. That seems like a good thing to have. I want to be shooting like laser beams that make everyone light on fire and freeze at the same time and then explode. I hope that's possible. I want it to look like the Hyper Beam from Super Metroid. So make this happen, developers. No, I'm really psyched about this game so far. It's coming across pretty humble probably in the way I'm talking about it, but I can tell there's a lot of potential here. And I don't know if I've remarked in a while, but the music is outstanding, by the way. It's definitely going to be quiet in the mix, so you guys probably won't be able to hear it very well until you grab the game for yourself, but I do highly recommend you go ahead and do that, as well as vote for it on Greenlight. And I'm going to put all the links for that in the description. I think I've already said that before, but in case I haven't. It's weird when you're doing narration on games like this. Sometimes you get lulled into a bit of a trance and you forget some of the stuff you've already said because you made these little mental notes of stuff you wanted to talk about beforehand. And you feel like, well, you may be ticking off the boxes, but you forgot. Maybe you didn't. Hey, I got a Philosopher's Stone. Those are good to have. Now we just gotta find a suit of armor and a little kid, and we'll be good to go. I better get double jump at some point. You know, having no arms like this, you gotta have double jump to make up for it. Did it just call that flower a turret? I think it's probably been saying that the whole time. Alright, so we've basically completed this whole map. There's like 2 little spots on the sides that I didn't get to, but who cares. So, let's take this opportunity to head back to the original town. And then we're going to look at some of our inventory items and see what we can make. And what kind of crazy spells we can get into. This is actually more what I was hoping a Valley Without Wind would end up like. And I'm actually quite curious to see what they do with that one as well, because they're actually redoing the whole art style to that game. That'll definitely warrant another video, since I did cover that one when it initially came out. I never actually ended up getting very much into it. Like, I played it in the video a couple times. Hey, the monster is guarding something. Containing fantastic treasures. I can't wait to go. Let's see. That looks like a lot of fantastic treasures. Okay, so I guess that's why I wanted to pick up all those things. I'm pretty psyched about that. Repulsor energy, ton of bricks, vampire tooth, seashell, fire crystal. I'm gonna get the big one left. Excuse me. Rift crystal, fire crystal, vampire tooth, slime heart, lightning rod, vampire tooth again. A ton of bricks, slime heart, and crystal ball, and an emerald key. I wonder if the emerald key opens up one of those giant gates in the academy that was down in that room of silence or whatever the hell. Alright, that's a lot of materials that I just discovered there. I'm pretty happy about that. So we're adding up all of our stuff. Let's go immediately down to this portal and see if that was correct, what I just said about the key. Yep, secret vault. Hey, it worked. Well, I can open that anyway. We've got Socks of Jumping, which I'm pretty psyched about. I can't open any of these, okay. I can, however, kick this book around, which is apparently very physics-enabled for some reason. Oh, all the books are that way. Oh, they just shoot through all the doors. Whatevs. Alright, back we go. We gotta figure out what these socks do. I know, we just checked that. Alright, so there's clearly something iffy about loading into these areas. It seems to want to total stuff up too much. I for inventory, and where do I find my socks of jumping? Or do I find those? Looks like we've got quite a few materials here, and quite a diverse group of materials as well. I'm gonna guess that there's exactly enough of these boxes to encompass all the possible materials, so it looks like I've gotten about half of them. And the idea is supposed to be that you should be able to combine these things in a whole bunch of different inventive ways. And then, of course, we've got the different varying degrees and gradations of them, ranging from A, B, C, D, E, or no, E, just F. We're using the typical grade school scale. Got a lot of these, ton of bricks. Contract written in blood on paper that refuses to tear. Something about years of torment, yada yada. Please sign on the line. Yeah, seems fair. Increases damage and orange effects by 25%. Vampire tooth, I have a feeling I know what that does. Shell of a rare and dangerous combusting mollusk, frequently traded by maidens near the ocean. It's a slime heart. Curious object bounces unusually high when dropped, commonly marketed as a novelty. Ordinary rock may contain magical properties. It is not candy. Yeah, that's true. Otherworldly object that can sever the fabric of space and time, leading cause of missing keys. That seems like a hint. Converts even the smallest amount of light into a stunning rainbow. Interesting cluster of light, acts like a gel. That is very interesting, actually. It might be useful, I don't even know if this makes sense, but like if there's a ton of these boxes, maybe it would be useful to separate them by element by the top and then like a miscellaneous one or something. I don't know, it's not really my place to say. Don't know where those socks got off to. Guess I'll go talk to some people about that. What's this guy do again? Yeah, I can't have that infinite mana crystal apparently, so let's make a new spell out of... I don't know, what do we want to make a spell out of? The obvious thing would be like fire and explosives. Oh, can I not? Oh yeah, I just gotta select at the bottom. And then fire. And what's the third one we can add? Well, let's make it like what I was talking about before. Let's add the rainbow prism. And maybe we'll have the coolest spell ever in the history of awesome spells. Let's add a random name. That's the Shining Field. That actually seems great. Alright, so how do I manage the spells that I've got now? Oh, it just works? Okay, well there's our Shining Field, even though that's actually... yeah, it's really not a field. But it seems to work pretty well. So now that I've used those items, are they just gone for good, or can I take them back out of spells that I already have? Oh, I guess it's just your spell. Alright, and then we can check, is it benign, is it an enchantment? And really customize, and then we've fourth slot, which is locked off. So we can actually actively cycle these things out. So what does this do? Fire a beam width of 0.15. Okay, that seems cool. Okay. I just want to see how these things change as... oh, yeah, that's what I was looking for. Perfect. Alright, now I want to go on another mission and go kill some stuff. Yeah, I'm totally psyched now. Alright, I killed it. Found some material. I found a lot of materials. They came from all over, man. How's your Phoenix doing, buddy? Alright, we're out of here. I'm a pretty big Harry Potter fan, by the way. Mix yellow, okay. No, actually, I'm good on alchemy for now. I mean, I don't want to get into all the wordy stuff right now if I can avoid it. Plus, I want to leave something for you guys to look around and look for. What's this guy do? Wands, 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 right? Forgot about wands. Is there anything useful I can take from with the swan situation? Just add... heals 1 on hit, heals 3 on kill. So we're just imbuing our wand with all these powers, I suppose. Oh, and once you discover these properties or these materials, then they stay there forever. Target moves 1% slower for 3 seconds. I'm cool with that. And thirdly, is this one do? Knocks you back with a force, increases damage. Oh, I want increased damage. I don't care if I get knocked back. Escape Frost, yeah. Call it like Roll Fizzle Beef or something. Alright, so how do I get to another quest? That's what I need. I need to talk to you again. I also probably could have customized my cloak or whatever. Oh, you're gonna make me talk to everybody now? That's boring. I don't want to do that. Quest. Alright, you got a quest? Quest. Oh man, I'm gonna load up my quest log. And I'm gonna find out a way to do all the quests at once. This is how I used to play World of Warcraft. So you get all the quests that are in an area, period, like every single one of them, and then I just go nuts for like an hour and get all the quests and then do them all and then finish them at the same time and get like 2 levels. Actually, when you play WoW like that, it makes the game really boring. Especially when you use like quest helper and stuff, but this is not about that. For science. Am I really doing a magic quest for science? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I know. I thought I went in there already. I need to equip this artifact. Alright, increases jump height. Effects last lost upon movement or taking damage. Alright, I'm fine with that. So that guy's actually pretty important. So I can't double jump, but I can at least increase my jump height, which is good. So I get some high jump boots. So he told me to go back in that vault, I think. He wanted me to use that emerald key, which I already did. Sweet. Quest done. Tough stuff, right? What's, Oh, that's how I charge my... Sweet, okay, that's actually pretty cool. Charge up your high jump boots. And then you can give it a nice high jump. Yeah, I know about this. We've got to get that patched out. Alright, I gotta not worry about it, though. Alpha, remember, alpha, alpha, alpha. There's surprisingly very few keys also to memorize, which is very useful. I mean, I'm just controlling the dude with WASD, left and right click, and I for inventory is pretty much all there is to worry about. Let's go for bachelors. That seems better, because it was kind of easy before. We weren't really even challenged. I'm going to just mess around for like a couple more minutes, and then we're going to wrap this one up. And I also want to try stuff like... Oh, there's actually lighting and everything. I want to try stuff like using 3 of the same element and stuff, see how strong it makes it or what. This beam is definitely pretty cool, although I can tell it's going to run me out of MP very quickly as well. Much, much stronger than before. I feel like I have super increased killing power. It's the #1 thing that most wizards are worried about. What kind of killing power do I have as a wizard, right? Why do I have this nose with all these nostrils? Why don't I just cut that thing off? Voldemort jokes. They're not funny! Nobody likes Voldemort. Alright. Actually, somebody I'm sure does. There's plenty of fanfics about him. At least that's what I've heard. Okay, so we've found the red jewel over on the left there. It's up in that pumpkin flower, I guess. Fairies! The rain looks pretty cool. It's really nice to be able to bring your own spells in with you and, you know, customize them like that. Makes it feel like it's a much more personal game, and you have, like, more to do with what's going on in it. Seriously? You thought you were gonna run away with that? It's like, I think it was trying to be one of those trolls out of Diablo, or Diablo 3, I guess, or wherever they got that idea from, that steals your... Or no, he doesn't steal it, but he's got all the treasure, but he tries to escape into a void. Like a teleporter, and you gotta kill him before he gets through it. So I guess progress is going to be pretty similar. We'll just look around, eventually we'll find a boss, get all of the jewels, and complete the quest. I mean, it shouldn't be too complicated. I'm a little sad that this area looks nearly identical again. I would have liked, you know, different tile sets or something, but again, alpha. Actually, this seems like a pretty good balance of MP versus power. I mean, you kind of want to be as overpowered as you can be, but this seems like it works very well, and I'm getting a lot of stuff. I was kind of hoping by picking a difficulty that was not the lowest that I would start seeing some grade D crystals or whatever, but, you know, we gotta work into that, I'm sure. And I do still have this, which uses way less MP, or what, no MP? Yeah, no MP. Looks like it's firing weird bloody goop balls or something. The sounds on the killing the fairies are a little silly though. Like, oh, huh. Like I just killed you. You're not very upset. Okay, so I need to use my high jump here. Worked pretty well, I guess. Wizards and warriors, man, jumping up the insides of trees. It's something we do. Even Sonic the Hedgehog. Why am I falling in that gap every time? Come on now. Oh, I could have customized my shield too. I think I even said that too, and then I just decided not to for no reason. Apparently that gap was uncrossable, so we'll go the long way. I was just hoping to find the boss before we wrap this up. Should be any moment now. Got lots of student IDs, those seem pretty useful, I guess. You know, the arbitrary items that we find in video games, there's so many of them, and they're so just variable fillers. Especially if you played games like Monica Mia for the PS2, it's like the whole game is based around a synthesis system. So you spend most of your time just looking for like this root and that powder and this whatever essence. Hey, that one looks neat. Grade C. So I guess there are some rare drops. And it looks like we've got a boss. It's like the same boss. Yeah. It's fine. Maybe it looks a little different? I don't know. Should probably have let my MP recharge a little bit. I thought I put a vampire tooth on one of those things, right? Oh, that's the left click one is getting me that. Yeah, my right click is my spell, my left click is my wand. I knew that. I was just not being very smart. So I can still shoot my crappy one with left click for a while and get some of my health back 1% at a time. And let that recharge all of my MP. And then we can just beat the crap out of this boss. Definitely a bit on the easy side, but again, still at the early part of the game. So I think this is going to do it for MagicMaker. I'm really psyched by this game, actually. I know that I've said that a few times, but like the potential in a game like this is definitely vast. And I hope you guys are as excited by it as I am, and you don't think I'm just crazy and think that this is better than it needs to be or something. What's that? Oh, I guess that's like a quest item or something. Quest drops? Yeah, I've got lots of litter, so I'm collecting litter. So yeah, I definitely urge you guys, go vote for this on Greenlight, give it a download, play it for yourself, and see what you think. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised by it. And I very much look forward to seeing where the development goes on this one as we move ahead, and I'm going to definitely want to keep checking in on this one to see what kind of changes are being made. So yeah, huge props to the developer, I'm on board, and I hope you guys are as well. So as always, remember, head on over to the website, indie-impressions.com, browse through all of the old and new Impressions videos. You can actually sort them by, you know, the Greenlight ones, the free ones, the paid ones, the Steam ones, the Desera ones, all of that kind of stuff. So it's very easy to find all the good content over there if YouTube is not the way to go for you. We also have forums over on the website, so feel free to give those a look. Find some like-minded people who are also just as enthusiastic about indie games as I am, and maybe you are. And when you're done with the site, head on over to facebook.com/indieimpressions. Leave a like on that page, and you will receive every day's Indie Impression video right in your Facebook feed. Makes it nice and easy, so you don't have to come to me, I'll come to you. And if you have any comments, criticisms, suggestions, or you just want to recommend a new game for the show that hasn't been played yet, feel free to let me know via the Twitter handle, which is @RockLeeSmile, and all of these links are going to be right in the description for you, so nice and easy to get in contact with me. I'm pretty much everywhere there is to be. Well, that the majority of people seem to be on the internet anyway. Yeah, so that's going to do it for today. Make sure you come back again tomorrow, where we will do another awesome indie game, because we do these every single day. And I hope you come back, and I hope to see you there. And have a lovely night, guys. Take care now.
Yeah.
Later.